We back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
It's
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Listen. Before we get into anything,
Anything.
it feels good. It feels really good to be home.
It's like when you go to college and you come home to your parents and you're like, oh, people who love me.
We knew we was coming back to that. I'm like, you know what? I'm wearing all white because I feel real godly.
Feeling godly.
Godly.
I didn't get the memo, so I'm not wearing all white, y'all. Yeah, I'm not.
We couldn't both be wearing white.
Yeah.
In here looking like angels and shit.
Yeah, that's a little too angel. Looking like a 90s R&B group, sir. We can't do that, sir.
What would be the name? Ebony and Ivory.
See, I'm the Ebony, right? I'm the Ebony.
Nah.
Yeah, because I'm darker than you. Well, we won't go into that.
Okay. On that note, okay.
We are back.
Listen,
yes.
we wanted to,
yes.
As we prepare y'all for, our glorious season 3 return, we wanted to come with y'all, with an episode before we get into all the hoopla. What is the Educated Brothers podcast? Yeah,
we back.
Back here
we back
at Bravery Studios.
Bravery up. You already know. We home. We are back.
Got
home.
Got our boy Steve on the 1s and 2s.
Always. See, and the thing about it is, if y'all only knew, it's like, you know what it is? It is like college, because it's like when you come home from school and your parents are like, yeah, there's food in the fridge, and we just did a little updates to your room. And I was like, okay, a little update, maybe like a new sheet or something like that. Bro, we walked into our room today and Steve Marv, the Bravery Team Studios, y'all just don't understand.
Y'all can't see.
Y'all don't understand. See, that's the problem. Like, the guests who have been on our show, y'all will understand.
Oh my God.
Speaking of guests, we would love for y'all to come and be a part of this, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later.
Yeah, got our contacts. Hit us up.
Because when I tell y'all, this studio has just gotten better
evolved.
better and better.
It was when we started here, it was Pikachu. Now it's Raichu
at this point.
That's right.
Son.
That was Raichu.
Yo, because I remember when we won't reminisce just now, because we want to make sure that we reintroduce those who may have forgotten the shenanigans that we get into on a weekly basis.
It's not like the bitch ass Pikachu who didn't want to evolve.
He was always. Ash was like, but if you do it, you'll get stronger. I don't want to. That's how I heard Pikachu.
You know what? And it's funny because I always talk about how Pokemon had a lot of like life lessons. Even though I didn't fuck with Pikachu like that, because Pikachu was just a bitch to me. He bitched too much. I feel like he was important because everybody on the show evolved in some way. Their characters grew. Them within themselves became, better people.
Yeah.
But Pikachu was there, I feel like, to show you that sometimes it's okay to be yourself.
That's the life lesson you want to go with?
That nigga wouldn't change. Everybody around him, all his friends involved.
We're growing up, Pikachu. You want to join us?
Squirtle became Blastoise eventually.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Things good over here. Ash let me just sit on his shoulder. I don't never got to get in a Pokeball like the rest of y'all. I'm chilling.
I could just hang outside.
I Pikachu, we going outside? Nigga, I've been outside. What are y'all talking about?
Ash got me fighting motherfuckers that should easily beat me, but I'm beating them. I'm good.
It's like, I add dramatic flair. He pulls y'all out when he really needs something. With me, it's just like, I know I could beat you, but I'm a all over the place until I really feel like fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking cat.
Yo, we back. We back. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a man who gets very excited about little things that make me happy, and being here at Bravery Studios definitely is on that short list of things. Sir. So I'm very excited to be back.
Yes, sir.
And there is a lot of things that we are going to be covering this season. But if I told you everything, then there'd be no point to the season.
Nope.
Because then you just watch this and then you'd be like, cool, I might see it or I might not.
Bring your asses back and find out.
So, being that y'all know, those of y'all that have been around for a while, y'all know I'm an actor, and I'm big on like cliffhangers, you know what I'm saying? So if I just told y'all what was going to happen this season, then what is there to look forward to? So in order for y'all to understand how this season is going to go, I just need y'all to stay tuned. That's all I need y'all to do.
Stay tuned.
Those of y'all that have been rocking with us, y'all know it's about to be some shit. Those of y'all that are new to the channel, welcome. It's about to be some shit.
We welcome you.
But Sean,
what up, man?
Brother, the people haven't been blessed or graced enough to see or hear from you in a while. So I'm pretty sure Steve is always good, bro. It's been 80 years.
80 some odd years.
Tell the people them how you been, son. How have you been, bro?
Listen, we preach on being real.
Yes.
Being direct, transparent. So, I'm not gonna lie. I knew this episode was gonna be more of us, catching people up on what's been going on with us. And it's been all over the place for me.
Okay.
I'll start with the absolute worst of what happened to me in our hiatus, if that's what you're gonna call it.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I got laid off. On many of episodes, you guys have heard me talk about my career and how good everything was going, and just like that, the motherfuckers took it from me.
Thanos.
They snapped their fingers and they took it from me. But I'm not gonna front. When it happened, I want to say the first 5 or 6 days, couldn't shake it. I was like, and it wasn't like a sadness, like I'm hurt. It was more like a angry. Like, I don't get angry like that. Like I was fucking pissed because when you put your all into something like that, and I was doing really well, so it wasn't like I was fucking up and then I got let go because of performance reasons. For what they asked me to do, I was thriving in it.
Okay.
I was doing more than what was expected of me. So literally, to make matters worse, it happened on the heels of me having another grand opening for a location I was taking over. So I had this big ass party set up. The mayor of the town that we were having then was supposed to be coming through. In June, as soon as I got all of it confirmed, they hit me with the nonsense. What happened? They ended up letting go in the state. They ended up letting go like 30 people. And then they just terminated my role completely. So anybody who had my title was removed. Bruh. And it just was like...
So they dissolved an entire title.
Yeah.
So anybody else who says like, you know what I want to do? I want to do what that guy was doing. They're going to be like...
Not for that company.
Nah.
Can't do it.
That doesn't even exist.
Not for that company. No, it does not. So it wasn't the worst of the worst. This first time dealing with real corporate America type shit like that. I got a really nice severance package, so I'm not like in the dirt. And
in the movies they make it seem like when you get fired, like the world is over.
If you don't do the right things, it could be.
Let go. We ain't gonna use that F word.
See, listen, because if it's, and I'm happy you brought that up. Educated Brothers Podcast. Let's educate you guys.
Let's go.
It's a difference between getting fired and getting laid off.
And that's why I had to make sure I got my terminology correct.
So
there is a difference.
If I would have gotten fired, there's no fucking severance. There's nothing. You on your ass, like, bye. I got laid off.
Yeah.
And me being laid off, like I said, since it wasn't for any performance issues or things like that, companies will usually give a severance package. That's basically
out of good faith.
No, let's not call it that. It's hush money. We know we're letting you go for something that doesn't make sense. Take this money, and if you accept it, you can't sue us. That's basically what they're saying to you.
Interesting.
So I know in the field that I work my career in, if you ever put yourself in the position to do that to a company, it's career suicide.
Yeah.
So I signed it because I know that I'm going to find something. Especially in the title and the position that I held, companies.
Bro, we in the realm now of experience. Don't nobody give a damn about no college degrees no more. They want to know, how many years have you been doing this? That's the realm that we're in now.
And so the beauty of it,
the more you know. The
beauty of what happened to me, and that's why I say it's been all over the place, up and down, is that I've had a lot of time. 'Cause I ain't got no job. I've had a lot of time to focus on what I want to do next, whether it's staying in this field, venture into something else, learning it, or possibly going back to school, get my master's.
You know what? I got a fourth option. let's say that you happen to be a part of like, I don't know, like a podcast or something like that. And like, what if this is just like a door closing because God's like, you know what I'm about to do? That thing that you really enjoy doing.
Talk it up.
Like, I'm about to just bless you real quick. It's not going to seem like that at first. Like, you might see it as a hardship, but
Talk
like,
it up.
what if?
Listen.
Hey, I'm a firm believer. If you speak it into existence, then there's a damn good chance that it's going to end up happening.
Big facts.
That's all I'm going to say.
But like I said, so just all in that and just getting to spend time home with my girl, my family, my cat, and just chilling, seeing y'all more frequently. I've been in a good headspace as of late. Things are looking up, and some other good news that came out of that situation. A lot of the people that I brought on that I felt like were going to be really good in that field, they all kind of got promoted after I got let go. So, and a lot of people was like, oh, you don't feel slighted by that? Not one bit, because I brought those people on knowing that they were going to be fucking rock stars at their job, and they're doing it. So I can take some solace, some happiness out, and some joy out of that in knowing that I put them in a good position, even though my position got canned. But
see, that's what we call growth, ladies and gentlemen.
Man. Like, I like at the end of the day, you can't. I don't hate on anybody, man, because what's for you is going to be for you, and what's not for you is not going to be for you. So it wasn't for me.
And if we can keep it a buck, like if we're being like really real, the concept of working, like, because I was thinking about this the other day, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I like what I do, I enjoy it. Pays the bills. I'm very happy with what I do. But it's like, you work on average 40 hours a week, 80 hours every 2 weeks, and you only get paid once in those 80 hours of your service. Now, granted, I understand how it works. You got to work, you make the money. But the reason why for me, it's like, I'm also trying to figure out these outside ventures, these other things that could hit. Bro, I'm getting into the stock market. I'm getting into these other residual income style things. Stock market is definitely going to be an episode that we talk about. So y'all going to have to stay tuned for that. Because, bro, I'm learning. Son, when it's to the point where it's like, yo, working is dumb. Like, I don't want to say it like that, but yo, real talk, like, working is stupid.
Work is fucking for fools.
You working, like, real talk, son. You work for 40 hours. 40 hours that you don't get back.
In some cases, especially in the position I held, those 40 or 80 hours, you want to call it, easily turned into about 110.
I was about to say, and that's 40 if you just do a 9 to 5. That's not counting the fact that some people who have higher positions stay later, work weekends, all this other shit, and then they try to slap on salary to make you feel good. Bro, the salary is another one of those things. Like you said, it's like you get a job, you do what you're supposed to do, they say like, here's this kind of thing right here. They're giving you the value of what they think the work that you're doing is worth. Bro, if you can find a way to do it for yourself, then these people no longer control you. See, the hard part is, it's a great thing to say. The hard part is like, all right, how do I make that shit work? That's why residual income is like, that's the only way I'm trying to be. Yo, within the next 10 years, bro, I've got a plan to become a millionaire that has nothing to do with just dreaming. Because you could dream it all you want, bro. You could dream it all you want, son.
I like where your headspace is at with that, because on that episode, we have a guest going to be in that episode.
Perfect.
And that's going to be a really good
I'm going to have some questions. If y'all got some questions, y'all need to put that in the links. Put that in the comment section on YouTube. Put it in the chats when we put this up on Instagram. Because I'm going to ask the questions that I want to know. So if y'all want to know some stuff, y'all need to ask. And we going to have the guests to ask the questions. So we saying, if you want to know, DM us. Y'all, because we're trying to, this season especially, I want to be intentional, bro.
Listen,
I want to be intentional about not only the information that we give people, but the way that we interact with the fans, bro. Like, I want this season, this is going to be that season where it's like, yo, that's what they're doing. They're figuring this out. They're doing it. Yo, son, we stay tuned, y'all. I'm not playing this season, yo.
It's all about constant growth. Like, we talk about a little bit of everything on our show.
That's it.
We're not a one-dimensional podcast. And I think there's beauty in that, because you can watch episode and not know what you're about to fucking get. You never know what to expect with us. So
Tom Hanks said it.
We got into
life's like a box of chocolates.
Box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Oh, that's another thing, bro. Oh my God, I'm not even supposed to. My doctors are probably gonna be mad, but I don't care. So I've eaten chocolate twice since we've been off the air.
Stop playing.
Intentionally.
See, the only reason why, y'all, and I'm gonna look at the camera when I do this. See, I've known Sean for basically 20 years of my life now. And chocolate has been something that no matter what is a running joke. Here, take some chocolate, take some chocolate. The fact that he's eaten chocolate twice and no migraines have happened or one to talk about, oh, that's progress. I don't know what it is, man. See, it's some trips that you're taking out the country is redeveloping your immune system.
Sure, that's what we're going to call it. You're not going to listen. So, for those who don't know, I was told at the age of 13 to stop eating chocolate. I suffer from migraines. I don't get them as frequently as I did when I first started having them, but it was being brought on by the amount of caffeine that I was taking in. I was a fat kid growing up. But, it's weird because I was and I wasn't. Like, I could find pictures of me from like the age 5 going on to like age 11 to where, age 10, excuse me, to where I was a normal kid. I don't know what happened between the ages of fucking 10 and 12. I just blew the fuck up.
You made a new friend and her name was Lil Debbie.
Lil Debbie. I said I don't know what happened. I knew exactly what happened.
Because you introduced me to some snacks I didn't even know existed when we was in high school.
Oh, he knew all the snacks.
My boy was Baby D's brother. He knew all about all the snacks before they come out, son. Except for the heavy breathing, you had the heavy sweating. Now that's why y'all was brothers.
That was the crazy part in itself too, because I wasn't like fat and lazy. I was an active fat kid.
That's why it never made sense,
It
bro.
didn't make sense at all, bro. Like I played every sport. Like it made zero sense.
And you walked everywhere.
When people make the joke, you can't fucking outwork your diet. That shit is real because I was active as fuck as a kid, but was big as shit.
Yeah.
So like. I like to let y'all know, like, I was literally 180 pounds in 6th grade. I was big.
But don't get him twisted. My boy was a point guard at 180 pounds cooking people, though. So don't sleep.
I don't know what happened now because I got no handle, but I had handle back in the day. I could throw a fucking football like 40 yards in 6th grade, brother.
Yo, that was crazy. I remember watching you do that. Cannon. I remember that, son.
But like, so basically, when I started having my migraines my first year, my freshman year in high school, they ran all these tests like, where the fuck is coming from? They couldn't figure it out. But then, obviously, common sense was, let's ask him about his diet. Yeah. And at that point in time, even though I had slimmed down because I got taller, so the baby weight kind of went, fucking, my diet still consists of like 85% fucking fudge rounds and Swiss rolls. Like we was kids still. I ain't no fucking money. I'm not going to the store.
And 50 cent go a long way at the corner store.
This is back in the day when the fucking cakes was still a quarter. You can go get a Little Debbie cake, bro. Motherfucker, I was in 7-Eleven the other day, D. Yeah. And the fucking oatmeal pie that used to be 25 cents was $1.50. What the fuck?
Yo, because Sean put me on to, I didn't even know these existed, bro, until I was kicking it with you. Double-decker oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cream pies. I didn't even know those was a thing, bro.
This some fat shit, bro.
Son,
and that was just everywhere, bro.
And they was, and it's not, I'm not talking about the little ones in the packs. Like, it was the big joints. Those was only 50 cents,
nigga, those was 50 cents back in the day. Them shits are $2.50 now. Bro, do you understand that one of those is like 700 calories?
Yes, I'm very much aware of it.
And I used to eat like 3 of them bitches a day, bro. Like, nigga, so I gained a lot of weight. So going back into it, they told me to stop eating chocolate because the caffeine that's in cocoa was triggering my migraines. So obvious, I'm not gonna lie, and Dante was a part of that too. I didn't eat it as much, but there would still be times where I would still end up eating chocolate. And not because somebody mistakenly gave it to me. It's because I didn't want to stay away from it. And I figured, if I eat the fucking chocolate and then take the Excedrin afterwards, I'd be fine. But that shit wasn't working.
That's like
that.
Somebody saying, you know what, I'm lactose intolerant. I'm gonna eat this lactate before I eat this ice cream.
People do that. Like people eat the lactate, take the lactate before dairy shit.
Your body is literally telling you, please don't put this here. And you're like, you know what I'll do? I'll just take a little bit of medicine before and I'll be fine. Mind you, your stomach is screaming, please, please, sir, help me.
That's why modern medicine exists. But nah, so what happened was I would do this dumb shit, but I would overdo it. Like I remember the last when I made the decision. Like, you know what? I'm not eating it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it no more.
Yeah.
It was our freshman year in college. So, like I said, when I was 14 in high school, I had stopped eating it as frequently. Something I used to do every day became like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And then by the time we got into college, I was doing it probably like once every 2 or 3 weeks. But I remember being at Union County. We were in there playing basketball, and I think this is one of the times you came to visit us. We was in there playing basketball, and for whatever dumbass reason, I just started craving Oreos.
I was there for that. I was absolutely there for that because I know where this story is going.
I scarfed down an entire fucking row of Oreos.
And we talking about like the what is it, like the 6-pack where it's like you got the nice strip and you got two. Yeah, and it was like a 6-pack.
This is back in the day where you opened the package and it was in another package.
Yes.
So you was able to take a whole row with you and carry it. So I remember scarfing down a whole row of Oreos and just being fucking sick as fuck afterwards. Everybody's like, yo, what happened? And I ain't want to be like, yo, nigga, I ate some chocolate. Like,
I don't know, man. I just started feeling weird, man. I don't know what to tell you.
that was probably the worst migraine I ever had, bro. That shit was horrible. So, and that day happened. I'm like, you know what? I'm not eating fucking chocolate no more. And I literally did from how old was I? 19. From 19 to my big age now, 33.
Damn, son.
I did not eat any chocolate purposely.
Damn, son.
And it's weird how the shit works too, because I was able to eat red velvet, which is chocolate. I was able to eat white chocolate, but dark chocolates or fudge, I had to stay away from completely, because even like a bite of that shit would have got me sick. But it, you know, when you're off with something that long, I don't know if my body is basically at a point like, all right, well, you don't do it that much, so we're not going to affect you as much. So what happened was some fat shit. Bowling, this guy had, I was in a tournament, and this guy had these fucking red velvet cupcakes. And he was fucking demolishing these fucking cupcakes. And I'm like, yo, bro, you making that shit look like it's the best cupcake that ever existed. He was like, it is. He was like, they're so good, I need to share it with you. And he gave me one. I bite it. Not even looking like what's in it. I'm like, yo, this shit is good. Then I realized, fuck, this shit got chocolate chips in it. Savage. So I'm like, oh man. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna be sick as fuck tomorrow morning.
We suck.
I was fine.
Damn.
So last weekend, I was presented with a fucking Godiva.
Okay.
One of those Godiva little small chocolates.
Yeah.
I mean, let's test it out to see if I'm gonna get sick. Now it's dumb to put yourself in a position to get that shit,
But you gonna take your chances.
The migraines suck, but I'm like, I'm gonna take my chances, and I bit it.
I mean, the migraines are funny to me.
They're funny to you because you don't get them, but asshole. But I bit into it, and it was good, and I was fine.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and it was good for me to do that, because I'm not about to be on a chocolate kick and start eating chocolate again. But I was away from chocolate for so long that even the scent of chocolate would make me nauseous.
Yeah.
So
damn.
yeah.
The more you know about Sean.
But my bad, we were on that chocolate thing for way too long.
No, you were on that chocolate thing, sir. I had no qualms with
No
chocolate.
qualms, but Dante,
Yes, sir.
let us know what you've been up to.
Oh, brother, life has been lifing, but yours is a little bit more serious than mine. Mine is mostly internal stuff, because I think I've told this to viewers many, many times. I am very transparent when it comes to telling the way that my mindset works, because I'm realizing more and more, bro, I'm not alone. Like, in the sense that, like, you ever have those moments where you feel like, not even anxious, but you feel like, yo, I should be doing something. Something should be different. It should be this. It should be that. Bro, when I tell you I've been having conversations with people that's kind of like reassuring, I don't know, because I've been asking God for like a sign. You know what I'm saying? I know not everybody believes in God and things, but whatever you believe in, you know, whatever entity that happens to be, you know, whatever higher power, you know, whatever you use to help you become a better person, whatever you need. I wanted to know, like, yo, am I doing the right stuff? Because that's a question that I'll be having. You know, I'm never going to get the answer for it or whatever. It's like, yo, just show me a sign. The signs that I've been seeing is like, okay, so I might not know exactly what I should be doing, but I feel like I'm headed in the right direction. That's why when you said about like, one door closing and another one opening. Like, I think I might have talked about this on a previous episode, but long story short, I was part of I'm an actor, for those that don't know. I was part of a show.
Extraordinaire.
And yes, absolutely for myself.
Feature presentation.
And I won't shout out this company, and I also won't badmouth this company, because I've been speaking with some of these directors that I'm cool with, and they were like, "Yeah, take the high road. Don't join the circus," as they say.
I feel you.
There's a bunch of people who were like, "Yo, we should sue them, and we should do this, and we should do that." And at first, I was on it, bro. I was like, "Yeah, we gonna sue the hell out this person because I want my money."
Yeah.
Then I started to realize, like, as the days went on, it's like, yeah, I could use that money, but like the energy that I'm giving towards this person is like, it really doesn't need to happen. But I feel like the shit is unfair. Long story short,
Okay.
I didn't get paid for my services.
I was about to say, you want to elaborate more, but there it
So
is.
I put in about, like, not even trying to bullshit, I put in maybe about 3.5, 4 years of my time into one production, because
Damn, son.
a couple things wasn't their fault. Absolutely. Couple things wasn't their fault. We had COVID to deal with. Dealing with productions, like, if you don't have the funding for certain things, it's hard to get things generated, practices, rehearsals, all that. So shit happens.
Facts.
This past year, though, we were guaranteed signed contracts. Oh, you're going to get X amount of dollars. The only reason why I stuck with it, bro, is because the contract said I'm going to get X amount of dollars. I said, cool. As long as I'm getting X amount of dollars, I'll do this. Truth be told, I've told this to anybody who would listen while I was going up to this production. I did not like the roles that they had me playing, but I'm not a quitter.
Was this the latest one?
This was the one that I just did that you came to. That shit that was like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Bro, we ain't gonna get into that.
That was a long ass
That
show.
and I feel shitty because I told mad people, yo, come out, support, blah 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 blah. And those are people that watching this that live in Jersey. My bad, because the fucking venue was across the street.
We
ain't gonna get into everything, the specifics. Those of y'all that came, my bad.
Yo,
it wasn't on me.
Listen,
all right?
I think you probably don't want to, but I think it's best to talk about your humble beginnings.
Yeah. All right. So we'll dial it back. Long story, like, we won't even go long story short. I grew up in New York. I grew up in Brooklyn. Most of my life now is kind of like split, mostly in Jersey, but I grew up in Brooklyn. I've seen what Brooklyn can be. The venue that the person had us go to for this elaborate production, and I'll get into bullshit in a second, was across the street from an area that I grew up in, that I wouldn't recommend other people go to visit for a production. Where I'm going with this is, those of y'all that have ever lived in the projects or a similar endeavor where people are literally shooting dice in the parking lot across the street from a venue, that should be an indicator that you should not be having anything at this event.
That shit was so funny. We pulled up. I'm like,
hey, it can't be here.
This nigga.
Bro, when I went to the first rehearsal, I said the same thing, son.
I remember thinking, like, damn, I can't even call him to see if we had the right spot, because he's getting ready for the show.
Hey, yo.
And then I saw people walking in, and then I saw the flyer. I'm like, oh,
This is
shit,
it.
This is it.
Yo, so when I tell you there's certain levels of, listen, I'm no Denzel, I'm no none of this, or I'm also not one of those people that's like, yeah, man, I'm this person and I need to be catered to. No, I don't care about none of that. I'm real humble. I don't care. What I do care about is, don't lie to me. If you gonna do anything, I don't care. But one thing I don't play with, don't lie to me. If you gonna do something, do it. If you not gonna be able to do it, just keep it real and don't do it. This company that I work for, I can never absolutely ever work with again, because it was just not cool. Like, funds weren't being monitored the right way. Like, yo, there was a billboard in Times Square.
I remember that.
For a show that's happening in downtown Brooklyn. Bro, that doesn't even make sense.
Not a lick of
Anybody who knows the boroughs can vouch for that and go, bro, why would that be in Midtown Manhattan if something's happening in Southern Brooklyn? That don't even make sense.
And as expensive as it is to have a billboard in Times Square, that money could have been used towards
exactly. So with this company, like I said, I'm not bad-mouthing. I'm also not going to shout them out, because that's irrelevant to me. I'm not angry. I promise you I'm not. This is more so to share my experience. So after the show was done, we've now been trying to get paid since November. It's March. Damn near April will be here. And I still haven't received all of my money. So legally, I absolutely have a case. But see, the way I feel is like two things. Yes, I can do it, but how much of my own time is now going to be utilized yet again? Granted, there is something bigger that can happen from this. That's all well and good, but like that's the realm that I'm in right now. So with that, that was like one of my down moments where it's like I put in all this time, like I said, 3.5+ years to not get paid for it, but talking to the directors, talking about bringing everything back. We do everything full circle here, y'all. Sean was talking about doors being closed. It was one of those moments where the door closed because for me, it was like I put in all my time. My ego kicked in. I put in all this fucking time. I did all this. I didn't even want to do blah, 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 blah. This experience needed to happen though, because I personally feel within myself that I am talented enough to get to that level of being a blockbuster actor, which means this could potentially happen on a bigger scale. Imagine me being owed millions of dollars and this were to happen.
Ching.
I can take we won't put the price tag on what I could take, but this could have been 10 times worse, but now I know how to maneuver in the moment. So it's like, yeah, it sucks now, but it's going to be so much better that I've learned from this moment, so that way it don't happen again. That's the sucky side, you know what I'm saying? I get all the bad shit out the way, like, and other internal stuff that I've been dealing with. We'll talk about that as the season goes on, but the good stuff is life has been good. I just celebrated a birthday.
Yes, sir.
Just celebrated a birthday.
Dante turned 46.
Shut your mouth.
Dante turned 46.
First of all, you know what?
y'all.
You know what? Yeah, I did turn 46. You know why? Because I look good for 46. If that's what we gonna go with, bro. Yes, but I just celebrated a birthday, so another 365 to get ready for.
Happy 34th birthday.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things for me. It's like, bro, I don't want to be upset no more. I want this year to be all about building, all about momentum, all about the next step, bro. Fact. Because it's like I don't want to have those conversations with myself of like, oh, why didn't I do this? Or why didn't I do that? Or I should have, bro. This year is about chances, yo. That's all I'm taking. There's no risk without reward, or no reward without no risk. Or however you want to look at it, I don't care, bro. This year, shit's getting done. It's getting done.
How Pelosi said, tic-tac-toe row.
It's getting done. But all in all, bro, I'm good. And we're going to talk more about it as the season goes on.
Yes, sir.
But what I'd love to do, while we got a little bit more time together, we got our guests too. We have our fan base, our scholars, as we call them, that are familiar with our antics. So we got to at least start the season with some antics. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's got to be nothing crazy. We'll get into favorites in a second, because I have like a quick favorite thing that we can run down. Okay. But I do want to bring up some news that I saw earlier.
Get into it.
Nothing crazy, but those of you that have been keeping up with sports, football's now over. But Mr. Tyreek Hill, I don't know if you saw the report earlier today.
You told me, but I did not get a chance to look at it.
For those that aren't familiar, Tyreek Hill is divorcing his wife.
Why? He's divorcing her?
He's divorcing his wife. Now, Tyreek Hill has been in the papers, not just for what he's done on the field. He's great.
He's been doing a lot of bullshit.
But he's done crazy shit.
Throughout his career, a lot of dumb shit.
With women in particular. My boy was married, and I think he has 2 kids out of his marriage that are in his family. Not
the current one.
Not the current one, but he's done that before in the sense of expanding his family while currently having one. And he's been cheating on his now ex-wife. My boy, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is not because of the divorce. Nobody cares about that. Did you know that this man tried to get her to sign a post-nuptial agreement after he did all of his dirt? So in other words, baby, I cheated on you with all these women and I did you wrong for years. But even though we're about to get a divorce, I need you to sign this document that says you don't get half, even though you've been here the whole time.
This nigga is stupid.
So when I tell you this is going to be one of those moments where we're not going to be like, yeah, man, that's wrong that she doing that, bruh. Tyreek, I hope you can see this. Look at me in my eyes right here. Yep, I hope you can see this, because that doesn't make any kind of sense. You put her through all this shit and then you going to make her sign. And this is not her signing it with him saying like, yeah, babe, so here's this document I came across. My boy was like, yeah, I don't want to be here no more. But can you also sign this after we've already been married? I didn't even know, honestly, The reason why I feel this way is because I didn't even know a post-nuptial agreement was a thing.
Yeah. So,
Bro,
those are things.
Sign that, and you got to be the dumbest person in the world if you in that situation.
If you're in that situation.
I'm not saying in general, in that situation.
Post-nuptial things, I think, are not getting outside of Tyreek. I think they're good just in a sense that when people are like in love and they're getting married, they don't want to, especially when if there's a couple and one of the people in the couple has a lot of money, they don't want to spoil things by having somebody sign a prenup, because then you're already thinking in your mind that there's a potential that the relationship could be over before it even starts.
I got a counter to that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so a lot of people choose not to bring that up at the beginning.
See how excited I got? Just hit the mic all in my face.
So a lot of people choose not to bring that up at the beginning, but I would understand a post-nuptial, because it's like, all right, once you calm down a little bit, it's like, listen, I want to be safe in what we were doing. And I feel like post-nuptials are good, because if that person looks at you and says some wild shit to you, if you say it in the early enough, then you can just get the marriage annulled. And
yeah, and there's no skin off anybody's back. What's that, 6 months and you can get annulled?
I'm not sure of the timetable. I don't want to act like I know. I don't.
I'm comfortable saying 6 months.
Okay.
Not confident, but I'm comfortable.
Listen, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I know it. I don't know it. So I'm not going to speak some shit I don't know about. But, yeah, and the crazy part is I learned all of this watching fucking Before the 90 Day Fiance.
Yo, first of all, those kind of shows, we talked about this at
Have you
my
watched
dinner.
like season 5 and 6?
Of what?
Of Before, not 90 Day Fiance.
Nah, see, that's the thing. That's not one I got into. You know, you've seen the memes, and I talked to the camera too. You've seen the memes on IG where it's like the boyfriend who be standing around like, what the hell are you watching?
Yeah.
I'm the boyfriend that does that.
Listen.
The one that goes, what the hell is this? 2 episodes later, oh my God, I can't believe she did that.
That's how most women get they men to watch shit. Like,
yo, because honestly, I would never in my
million
life
years watch
have
that
I
shit by
turned on the
myself.
channel to watch Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
My girl let me see 1 episode.
he's got me watching that shit.
And I was like, bruh, how could he?
And then you get wrapped into it.
He did what? Oh, no. We got to watch the next episode.
She cooked dinner like, oh, what you want to watch? You already know what I want to watch.
You already know.
Put it on.
Girl, we only on episode 3. There's about 7 more episodes we got. Come on.
But nah, so I learned a lot of that shit from watching that show.
Okay.
And yeah, man, Tyreek's an ass.
Yeah. And shit.
And then, you know, I try not to allow personal feelings get in the way of feeling for people, because we're all human. But for what he did to the Jets 2 years ago, fuck him.
Well, everything emotionally for you derives from the Jets, which we won't talk about, y'all, because at the time of this recording, Sean has gotten some really good news.
Listen, I was dancing last year when we got
I was
good
just
news.
about to say last year
I ain't gonna...
he was dancing and he was excited. Those of y'all that didn't see it, check it out. It definitely happened in season 2. Sean was really excited, excited about all the people they were getting.
I'm not gonna dance this year. I'm not going to dance this year, but I do want to give a
Achilles!
shout out. I want to. Why? It's too fucking soon.
No, I was talking about Greek mythology.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck you.
Savage.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to pray to Zeus to hit your ass with a thunderbolt. Greek mythology. Fuck you.
Hercules.
But shout out to my boy NYJ Matt on Twitter. My man's ordered. So we're not going to talk in cold. The Jets signed Mike Williams, formerly of the Chargers, today, which is really good for us because we needed a number 2 receiver that can.
I need a number 1. Huh?
The nerve of you.
What happened?
The nerve of you. Garrett Wilson's really fucking good. Oh
my bad, y'all. I just like starting shit.
Who's your number 1 receiver right now?
Our number 1 receiver is
Chris Olave.
Yes.
Fuck
Excuse
him.
me. Get his name correctly. It's Chris Olave.
Olave.
I made that up. It's Olave.
Light skinned ass. It probably is Olave.
And I bet you he has better season than Garrett Wilson this year.
You gonna put money on it?
Let's do it. We can do it on camera.
You guys are my witness. Barring injury.
Yes. Injury, then it's null and void.
We're not talking about 1 or 2 games.
No, we're talking about the whole season. Statistically, the whole season.
If they miss, mark it down. If they miss more than 4 games, bets off.
Bets off.
Okay.
That's fine. I can concede to that. We're talking better overall statistics.
You're out of your mind.
That's fine that you feel that way.
Who's your quarterback?
Derek Carr. Who's your quarterback?
Aaron fucking Rodgers. Are you kidding me? Steve, put the camera on Dante's face.
You say Aaron Rodgers.
Kick it.
You said that last year. What y'all should be celebrating is getting that line together, because that's the only way you're going to be excited about Mr.
The line
Rodgers.
is really good.
That's what you said last year.
No, so you haven't been paying attention. See, like I said, I'm not going to be dancing and shit this year, but I don't think Dante's been paying attention.
I've been paying
attention. Do you know
attention.
who the fuck we just signed?
I've been paying. Oh, you wasn't paying attention to me when I just said literally 10 seconds ago, I'm just starting shit.
Fucking same.
You see how much fun it is, guys, to just rile people up? That's going to be all season long, y'all.
Shut up.
Because I don't really care enough.
So you know how,
but I still believe
you know
that.
how IG does those things? Problems always.
I want all the smoke all the time.
You know how IG does the stories where you can like add your stuff to it. Mm-hmm. There's one that's been circulating that says like, how old are you? Where you're from? What's your biggest fear and things like that. Everyone was dying laughing because I put for my biggest fear dying before seeing the Jets win the Super Bowl.
No, but you've literally been saying that.
But that's like... my biggest fucking fear. Yo, literally, I'm not going front. They're all stupid. If you would have asked me that question, let's say like 15 years ago, it would, my answer to that question would have been dying before seeing what happens with the Marvel characters before they finish the Infinity Saga. You remember? I said that.
I remember that one too.
He was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I just have this bad feeling I'm gonna die before they finish it."
And I remember when you said, I was like, "What the fuck?" Because it came out of nowhere. It's like, yo, we was chilling. He was like, "Yeah, man, I don't know." I was like, "What's wrong with you?" "I don't know, man. I just got this weird thought that like, what if I'm just not here for the end of the Marvel films?" You're like, "Yo, shut up." But clearly you made it.
I made it. So we get to the end of the Infinity Saga. But remind you though, they started with the Infinity Saga in 2008. Mm-hmm. So fucking the Jets were really good at that point in time. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have to worry about that irrational fear of the Jets not winning. I had to worry about that because I thought that shit was going to happen in that time frame. Who the fuck would have known? Okay, I'm looking at the screen. I'm not looking at the fucking camera. Take my glasses off. Who would have fucking thought that I would have went through my entire 20s, the first 4 years of my 30s, and not watch these niggas make the playoffs? Who would have thought that shit?
No, y'all made the playoffs one of these years.
We have not.
What happened?
I have not watched the Jets make the playoffs since I was 19 years old, Dante.
Yeah. Oh, that's the year that y'all went to the... Never mind.
They went to the AFC Championship game back-to-back years. That was 2009 and 2010.
Yeah. Like you said, 19.
I have not seen them back.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Bro. Well, I mean, you know, I know your pain, bro.
No,
you know,
don't.
I
Shut
do.
the fuck up.
I
No,
do.
you don't.
I do.
Shut
Remember, it was a while ago, but way back in 2000. As a matter of fact, it was 2009. The same year that the Jets, or one of the times they went to the playoffs, that's the year that the Saints won the Super Bowl.
It was supposed to be a Jets.
And I'm a Saints fan, y'all, for those that don't know.
It was supposed to be a Jets Saints Super Bowl.
Yeah, yep. And it's been a while, man. Like, what was that? Like 14 years ago? Oh, I haven't even seen them in 14 years. That must be rough.
Must be rough.
Whew. How long has it been, bro?
How long has what been?
Since the Jet. Since the Jets won.
We should end the episode on doing this shit. Fucking.
You my boy, Blue.
You fucking douche.
Y'all, it's gonna be a season full of shenanigans.
Nah, fuck you,
I'm gonna be cutting up all season long. My
man.
goal for this season, y'all, is to see just how angry I can get Sean.
Don't worry about it. We
over
good.
nonsensical stuff.
We good, man.
So most episodes,
we
unless I say I'm serious, I'm going to be starting shit.
I'm listening.
This season's gonna be fun, bro.
We gonna have a stupid counter.
I'm gonna get called stupid a couple of different times.
I haven't called people.
Did you see the bar that's on the? Listen,
yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can't see it, but it flickered first, and then it went straight red. I love that.
The upgrades that these motherfuckers put in this studio.
This is like My Player when you get like a new crib and you get the add-ons to your crib, son.
Remember back in the day in 2K where you could put in cheat codes to get VC? That's what they did, bro. And they spent all their VC on this hot shit. This shit is dope, bro.
Word. But with that being said, y'all, we have a lot in store for y'all.
We have a lot in store for y'all
this season. We
gotta make sure y'all stay tuned.
Yes.
We got a lot of guests coming your way. We coming with some hot shit this season.
And I'm going to be getting on Sean's nerves every single episode. That is my goal.
And you might see me hit Dante with a bottle. But no violence. No violence. No violence.
I'm going to choose violence every single time I walk into the studio.
And I'm
you see, he about to play. He about to play us.
No, we're not dancing.
Gotcha. You're not doing it.
Listen, we're not dancing.
Nah, not yet.
But listen,
what's up?
You try to get me started. I'm just turning the other cheek. You know what, Steve? I'm gonna break the glass. Everybody getting shots in here.
We're gonna be having fun this whole season, y'all. So thank y'all so much for joining in on episode 1. We'll call this. This is pre episode 1.
Pre-episode. This is the lead up to season 3.
Oh, so this is like on them seasons where it's like you get that little snippet right before the season actually starts. All right, cool. I'm with that.
Because once the season starts, we got some hot shit in store for y'all.
All season long.
Be prepared because episode 1 gonna be a banger.
Yeah. So, that being said, y'all see the seriousness in his face. He not joking. With that being said, no talent beats, brother.
No talent beats.
I'm gonna need you to play us out, bro.
Sexy chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
No talent beats.